Everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I am closing out this top 23 patterns that us sewists purchased in 2023, and this one I'm closing out with new look and Burda pattern. Now you guys know it wasn't a lot of new look patterns that came out in 2023. It wasn't a lot of Burda patterns that came out as well in 2023. So I am putting those together, and I looked at what us sewists looked at purchasing between Burda and new look patterns for 2023. Now, if that's some content you would like to see, please continue to watch. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I'll be sharing with you those 23 patterns that us sewists picked up in 2023. But if you are new to the channel, welcome. Hello, Ciao, Guten, Aloha, Hola, Konnichiwa, Gwaan, Sabonani, Shalom, Bonjour, Terve. If you're returning, you guys know what to do. Go get you a quick snack, something to drink, come on back so we can go ahead and get into this video. So without further ado, to keep this short, sweet, to the point, give you all the deets and the news that you could use on this video, go get your notebooks because you might want it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I think it's about 10, 11 Burda patterns, and then I want to say maybe like 12 to 13 new look patterns. I'm going to show you the Burda patterns first to get through those quicker than the new look patterns. All right, so first pattern, Burda 5855. It is a Mrs. jacket and coat pattern. I feel that a lot of us sewists pick this one up because, one, it is a Burda easy to sew pattern. It walks you step by step. It's great. And I feel like this one is a really great throw on jacket or coat pattern. Super easy to sew. All right. So that's why I put this one on the list. But let's go ahead and move over to the next one. Next one is 5853. Now you guys know that I put this pattern in my loungewear or work from home collection. Now this is a super simple, comfy, cozy style pattern, easy to sew for sure. It is good, you know, for any wardrobe of your choosing. It was on the work from home loungewear collection, like I just said. All right, but this one is Burda 5853. Moving over to the next pattern is 5869, and this one is a waistcoat, vest, and jacket pattern. Now for this pattern, the reason why I feel that us sewists would pick this pattern up is because it is more of like your quilted waist jacket vest type vibe. And the jacket has like a stand collar, and then one of them have like a hood. It's detachable for sure. So I felt like this pattern would be a good one to add to your list. And if you didn't know when Burda was out, I went ahead and picked it up. Now, I also want to tell you that Burda is only on sale 3 to 4 times a year. I gave you a whole detail on when Burda patterns are on sale at your local Joann for $2.99. Once in February, once in June, July time frame, once in August, September, and then the last sale will transpire sometime around Thanksgiving, you know, Black Friday, Thanksgiving, or the week after. So it's only 4 times a year. So I would advise you to make your list now, and then when February, end of January, beginning of February, I'm going to say around the Valentine's Day weekend is when the next sale will probably be on. Don't quote me. I'm just telling you from the last historicals that I've seen in the last 2 years when the pattern sales happen. So with that being said, I would make my list now, and then when that time comes around, you are ready to go get some Burda patterns. All right, moving over to the next pattern is 5923. This pattern is a Paka. Yes. So I feel like this pattern is an easy to sew pattern. It's mentioned as easy to sew. And I just feel like, you know, for the springtime or any time of the year, a Paka is always needed. All right. But once again, this pattern is 5923. Moving over to the next one that's on the list is 5941. Now this is another jacket and coat pattern, super easy to sew or whatnot. So yeah, that's why I picked it up. It has large patch pockets with the flap. It also features the front band. It has the snaps that you could put on as well. Different lengths as well for this pattern. 5941. Go ahead and pick it up. It's an easy to sew pattern. Next one is $59.71. Now this one is a shirt dress, and this one was going to be put in Battle of the Shirt Dress this year, but it was not in my store, and I was waiting for a sale, and it never happened until after Battle of the Shirt Dress. So therefore it never got made. But also this one is a, I think this one is an average to sew. Yeah, this one is an average to sew pattern for this shirt dress, because you're going to need to be doing plackets and buttons and all that, and collars and stuff like that. So they are listing this shirt dress as an average to sew pattern. But once again, it's $59.71. Moving over to the next one is $59.79. This one is a Mrs. Hoodie. Yes. So I like this pattern. I love hoodies. You guys know that. But just make sure that you use some rib knit for the bands as well, and not your normal fabric that you would use. Okay. But once again, it's $59.79. Moving over to the next one, it's $59.92. And this one is a double-breasted jacket and coat. Yes, so this one, I like what the model in view A is wearing on this one. It reminds me of like a trench coat, to be honest with you. So that's why I feel like this would be one that us sewists would definitely pick up in 2023 if we were picking up some Burda patterns. But once again, it's $59.92. Moving over to the next one is $60.41. And this one, once again, is the Mystics coat and jacket pattern. I feel like Burda came out with a lot of coat and jacket patterns. Don't sleep on Burda, you guys. It's not that difficult. I know a lot of you say that the instructions are, you know, bad, but I'm here to say I have sewn now 3 Burda patterns, and they're not as bad, but they do expect you to know a lot of the terms in or on the instructions, I should say. Okay. So I would definitely, if you are new to Burda patterns, I would definitely say go with the super easy patterns. You know, most of the time you will not find a Burda sew along on YouTube. So with that being said, you're gonna have to get your hands a little wet with Burda patterns. But I would say if you are new to sewing, I'm not gonna say shy away from Burda. I would definitely say stick with the super easy or easy to sew patterns for Burda if you are new to sewing. This one is $60.41, and it's an average to sew pattern. It's a coat pattern. All right. Moving over to the next pattern. This one is $60.23. This is a dress and blouse pattern. I love both views, but I'm definitely here for view A, the tiered dress. And you know, I feel like the V-neck makes it very, very adorable as well. But once again, it's Burda $60.23. Now that's all the Burda patterns. Let's go ahead and get into those new look patterns for sure. So the first pattern that is new look is $69.59. It's a sweatshirt pattern. It's an easy to sew pattern, and I feel like that hoodie. And you guys know that this is another pattern. I already talked about it. I will put the other pattern up on the screen. If you have that pattern, no need to get this one. But I feel like use the old pattern, keep the new pattern, make it do what it do. All right. But once again, this pattern is $67.59. Moving over to the next one is $67.58. And this is the top and pant pattern. It's an easy to sew off the shoulder crop top, and then you have your elasticated pants. I did this pattern when it was McCall 7757, both the top and the pants. So I am very familiar doing this pattern. It is super easy to sew as well. Yeah. If you haven't done so, pick this pattern up. It's $67.58. Moving over to the next one is $67.56. That one is a pair of shorts and pants. And you have like elastic back casing, flat front elastic back, side seam pockets for the shorts and the pants. I'm not sure who did this pattern, but it's $67.56. And of course, it's a reissue pattern, which I already talked about already. Moving over to the next one is $67.52. Now, Brittany J. Jones have a complete sew along for these, the jumpsuit. I want to mention that this jumpsuit is a reissue of Simplicity 8513, which is why it's a sew along for this one as well. Brittany J. Jones did it. I already mentioned that. All right. But it's $67.52. Moving over to the next one is $67.51, which is a knit dress. It's just basically a pullover dress. It has the front inset. It has elastic waist, all of that good stuff. Now, for this pattern, okay, Like, I missed this pattern when I definitely did the release for whatever reason, but I did pick this pattern up. But once again, it's 67.51. Moving over to the next one is 67.50, which is a wrap dress. And this one have like the ruffles, the long sleeves, short sleeves. You have a lot of different things going on with this pattern. I like this pattern, okay? But once again, it's 67.50. Next pattern is 67.49. Now, this pattern was one of the ones that I told you, make sure that you have the pattern tissue and the instructions right. Because if you remember from my stories, as well as a posting that I posted on YouTube, that what's in the envelope, the content of the envelope, the inside and the instruction does not match the actual pattern. They used the same number as the previous pattern, 67.49, and forgot to put the actual number, which is 79.74. It's McCall 79.74 is what this pattern is. They forgot to basically make that pattern and put it in the envelope. All right. But once again, it's 67.49. Moving over to the next pattern is 67.65, which is a basic, easy pullover dress. All right. You have the princess themes. You have the scoop neckline. You need to have some bias tape for this one as well. And if I remember correctly, this one is a no notion pattern outside of that seam binding or whatnot. But yeah, this is 67.65. Moving over to the next pattern is 67.66, which is basically a loose fitting pullover dress as well, with different length, different sleeve variations and all that good stuff. Now, don't forget that view A has that ruffle at the bottom and view B has that front slit. So this one is a great, everyday dress if you want that detail as well. But once again, it's 67.66. Next pattern is 67.67, that coat. Now, many sewists is looking to sew this coat up for the fall and the winter time. Now, me, myself, and we're not looking to sew this up this year simply because I had plans to sew this one up, but it wasn't in my store. And listen, I had other things going on for the end of the year. So once again, it's 67.67. Hopefully I'll get to it in 2024. All right, moving over to the next one is 67.68. Now, you guys know Black Sewing Network did this pattern. This was also featured in Sew Your View pattern of the month as well. This is 67.68 semi-fitted unlined cape. This cape is gorgeous, okay? Yes, I have it on my list to make. I probably will not get around to it until the fall time, to be honest, because making it in winter and only get to wear it for 2 weeks is not going to happen. I need it for the entire fall winter season. All right. But this is an easy to sew pattern. You need this cape. Mimi G did this cape as well. It's 67.68. Moving over to the next pattern, 67.70. And this is the jacket and pants pattern, a reissue pattern from Simplicity, unlined jacket and some pull-on pants. Super simple, super easy. It's on my list to sew for the spring, 2024, just to give you that. It's 67.70. And moving over to the last pattern is 67.72, which is basically knit top and pants. It is basically a sweatshirt that has the drop shoulders. And then you have contrast that you could do if you want to color block this as well. I did put this in a few of my collections, which you could go back and see that as well. But yeah, definitely you want 67.72 in your wardrobe. And these are the 23 patterns that us sewists may decide to purchase or have purchased or considered purchasing in 2023. All right, well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. And since you made it this far, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. Also, turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video. And as always, keep sewing.
I got a story to tell. I know they want me to fail. If they throw me into a cell, I know wife, she paying the bill. Cause I can afford to be quiet. My city is dying and children are crying. Be alert, not devour. The enemy's probably just like a